Also wenn ich einem Amerikaner sagen soll, wo ich herkomme, dann würde ich sagen, dass ich Deutsche bin. Aber dass ich natürlich trotzdem, dass ich es wichtig finde, dass man mich nicht als die Deutsche sieht, sondern eher als eine, die aus Europa kommt.
Germany's colorful and lively capital, Berlin, celebrated one of its biggest parties, this time in honor of Europe's political 50th anniversary. More than 6 decades ago, the mood was less buoyant. May 8th, 1945. After the end of World War II, Europe is devastated. The horrifying result after 6 years of war, more than 60 million lost, millions of people have nothing but their lives. What happened then will never happen again. Later on, in a more peaceful and promising 1957, Germany, France, Italy, Belgium, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands signed the Treaty of Rome and solidified the economical and political future of Europe, which led later to the formation of the European Union, with its own constitutional framework currently in the works. The last 50 years of its young political history, Europe has witnessed some important milestones on its way to a unified continent. Passport control and customs checks at most internal borders have disappeared. Europe introduced its own currency, the euro, which has been adopted by many of the member states. Europe also supported the fall of the Berlin Wall and the Iron Curtain, which marked a new era in Eastern Europe and a new era on an ever-changing continent. In a unified Europe, people are putting heads and hands together to share ideas and knowledge in many different areas such as technology, science, environmental efforts, and humanitarian aid. Every 6 months, each member state takes its turn in holding the presidency of the Council of the European Union. In 2007, it was Germany, presided over by Chancellor Angela Merkel, and focusing on the issues of energy preservation and the European Constitution.
Unser Auftrag für die Zukunft.
Europe has always been a place for visions, driven by many young visionaries who discuss their ideas and hone their political skills in the European Youth Parliament. The Eurokids living under the stars within the 27 member countries of the European Union greatly benefit from the variety of initiatives to promote the European idea. Specially designed schools throughout Europe, like the one in the northern German city of Flensburg, offer a program initiated by the European Commission to help their students live the European idea of growing together. The Goethe-Institut School, named after the famed German journalist and writer, is a comprehensive school where students from the 5th to 13th grade can graduate and receive a diploma with different levels of qualification and entitles them to go on to college or into an apprenticeship. School officials are proud to say that the dropout rate is nearly zero. That translates into the promise of an excellent future for everyone. Hands-on classes provide students with practical skills they might need later on in life. The school sits in a beautiful park-like setting and stands out as an example for other schools by coming up with innovative ideas like converting a former parking lot into an eye-catching pond. What's most important, though, is the Goethe-Institut School's qualification as a Europaschule, which follows certain requirements linked to the European Union. Meet American teaching assistant Bennett, who, believe it or not, originally comes from Flensburg, Minnesota. He's been traveling and talking about Europe and the Union for years.
So what does Europe mean to you today, as people who do live in Europe?
We here in Europe have the opportunity to study in different countries and move to different countries, which is a positive effect.
I come from Estonia, and thanks to the European Union, it's easier for me to make an exchange year in other countries.
With exchange programs from our school, I was in Poland and Denmark, and there I could see the similarities but also differences to other countries, and it's nice to see that Europe is not that different as it seems, but though it's individual, and for example to see other school forms and other languages, other young people in other countries, it's interesting. It's fun.
An extensive exchange program within a Europe-related curriculum is one of the key criteria for becoming a Europaschule. Students and teachers from countries throughout Europe stay at partner schools to get a feel for foreign cultures.
We can see that everybody does a lot of sports. Maybe 3/4 of the school comes on their bikes to school, and that's impressive. We can see people walk their dogs all the time, and in France I nearly never see that.
You can simply travel perhaps 200 miles and step into a completely new world, a completely different language, completely different set of ways of living life, different cultural standards, different societal standards. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, but at the same time it's fresh.
A fresh air always seems to blow in the northernmost city in Germany. Flensburg is actually less than 2 miles from the Danish-German border. The fjord city offers the 80,000 inhabitants and thousands of visitors beautiful sights and many recreational highlights along its shoreline. This is the perfect setting for Joanna, an exchange student from Romania. The Eastern European country benefited from the European Union's growth and became a member in 2007. Without any hesitation, Joanna took the chance to see what's going on within Western Europe.
Ja, natürlich bin ich hier 50% für Deutsch lernen und 50% für dieses Deutschleben.
The family quickly adopted her, made her feel at home, and turned her stay in Germany into a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Die Erfahrung ist einfach toll. Die Jugendlichen sind stark, wenn sie wieder nach Hause kommen. Die schaffen alles, was sie wollen.
Das ist mein Zimmer. Ja, hier habe ich Bücher, sind viele Kinderbücher. Du musst viele Geschichte lesen, wenn du in Deutschland bist. Sehr interessant. Und auch alte, aber interessant. Habe ich von meiner Gastmutter gekriegt. Mein Schreibtisch, wo ich Hausaufgaben oder etwas lesen kann. Natürlich deutsche Musik ist für mich sehr, sehr wichtig, auch für Deutsch lernen. Und auch etwas sehr persönlich und habe ich mitgenommen, das finde ich nur in Osteuropa. Das muss ich manchmal ab und zu gucken.
This is how the European idea comes to fruition when Joanna from Romania meets Sandra from Estonia in Germany's Flensburg. They share ideas, political views, and customs from their home countries, and interestingly enough, they communicate with each other in German. German is the most widely spoken mother tongue within Europe, followed by English, French, and Italian.
Manchmal in Cafés oder ich gehe manchmal zu Johanna und dann mit ihrer Familie kochen wir oder essen zusammen. Ich habe Tattoos mitgebracht. So. Tada! Europa. Rumänien ist hier, so, weil es relativ neu in der Europäischen Union dieses Jahr. Hallo!
Was geht?
At the Kut-Tucholsky School's Europe 50th Anniversary Extravaganza, you can clearly get a feel for what Europe is all about. Students and teachers from Flensburg and from partner schools within Europe lined up to put their own Europe together. What they can do in Berlin, they can certainly do in Flensburg as well. Partying and celebrating the European anniversary is fun everywhere, even on a smaller scale. However, it gives everybody a taste of the different countries, and not just with many new promising recipes to try out.
I'm very happy that the KTS has a day like this because I can learn much about all countries.
One of the most important things about Europe is the fact that even on a unified continent, you feel the impact of different cultures at every corner, although a country keeps their own cultural and political identity. "50 years of the European Union has proven that today's 480 million people living in its boundaries are on the right track. But for the Eurokids, there's still much work ahead." Happy anniversary, Europe! Keep up the good work and keep moving towards a future which not only brings Europe, but the whole world closer together.